Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and that's depending on your time zone. And my name is Tochi Preciak, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And if today is your first time, kindly subscribe and also click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop a new content. And to my returning subscriber, welcome, and thank you so much for engaging on my content. So today we have someone special with me, and this topic we want to talk about is actually something that is a question I've been getting mostly on my DM. How do I do this? Why is it not working? What can I do? So I decided to bring the topic here on my channel so that we can talk about it. And I won't be doing that alone. I have someone with me, my friend, my sister. So welcome, and she'll be introducing herself as well. Thank you so much for having to join me on my YouTube channel. So say hello to those who are
Hello
watching.
everyone. Please subscribe.
All right, so let's meet you.
All right. My name is Joy Orishetime Atigolo. I'm an educationist. I have a master's in educational psychologist. So I work with children that are struggling with disabilities, and what we're talking about, what we're going to talk about today is actually one of my specialties. So thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right, so we're talking about discipline and discipline in goal settings, to be precise, because this is one of the questions that I've been asked. So, Ma, how do I do this? I've done this, it's not working. So don't worry. Today we're giving you clarity in that aspect. So I want to ask, when you hear the word discipline, because to some people it's always like it's a very big word, and it's something that is very hard for people to keep up with. What do you think discipline is to a layman's understanding?
All right. I'll try to be as simple as possible. So when you're talking about discipline, you're talking about just set down rules. In a family, when your parents want to discipline you, they will tell you that you are not supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. And when you don't do that, that is when you now get to, receive the punishment for that. So personally, personal discipline just talks about you giving yourself rules that you must follow and actually following them. So when somebody says you're too disciplined, that means you're too strict on a particular thing you want to do. So that's basically what discipline is all about.
I love the fact that she mentioned, when you're strict on doing something. So considering in this goal setting we're talking about, what factors do you think can be considered when you have to be disciplined? What are the factors do you think can be put in place?
Firstly, I'd like to talk about and expatiate on what discipline in goal setting really means. So we've talked about getting set down rules that you must follow, but when it comes to goal setting, it's not just you having rules, it's about you following them to achieve a particular goal. So you have something in mind you want to do, and then you are setting down plans and things that you must follow to achieve it. Now, we have 5 acronyms which every business person knows or is expected to know. And if you want to set goals for yourself, you should know those 5 acronyms. They're known as SMART. It must be specific. Now, I realize that so many people have goals, and they're not specific about what they want to do. And you remember that whenever we're setting New Year resolutions, that is when you say, this year I'm going to buy my car. This same year I'm going to do my master's. This same very year I'm going to travel out. It must be specific. When you're setting a goal, you take it one at a time. So it should be specific. It should be measurable. You should be able to track it. That, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I have done. This is what I'm expected to do. That's for the M. It must be achievable. So many people build castles in the air, and then they know that. Imagine someone just leaving secondary school and saying, in 2 years, I want to have my PhD. Is that achievable in the Nigerian setting? Because I've heard about 16-year-olds over outside the country having PhD. But in the Nigerian setting, do you actually think it's possible? It's not achievable. So it has to be achievable. It must be realistic. When you're setting goals, you must set realistic goals. Some people actually set goals in faith. They set goals in faith. They have faith, and they're saying
ready to put in the work.
Exactly. So it must be realistic, and it must be time bound. It must be time bound. Now, when you're setting goals, you must give yourself space. This is the time I'm going to achieve this goal. Now, whatever you're doing, you know that you have a specific goal in mind. Take it one at a time. Okay, start from the short-term goals, because we have short-term goals, we have long-term goals. Now start from the short-term goals. Oh, I just finished university, I've served, and I want to do my master's. And I know that, okay, if I go and do full-time, I'll spend just 1 year doing my master's. So I'm specific about it. I'm doing my master's in year 2025 or in year 2024, and then it's measurable. I'm tracking it. Okay, I've gone to purchase the form, I'm going to write the entrance examination, I'm going to meet with this, I'm going to pay for this. You're measuring it. Now it should be what? Achievable. You know that in 1 year I'm able to achieve this thing, because if I put my mind to it, I'm able to attend the lectures, I'm able to sit for the exams. It will be achievable. It is realistic. At this my stage, it is realistic for me to go for my master's at this stage. I am not jumping the gun. And then it is time bound. You know that you're giving yourself a space of 1 year. Now, in being disciplined, you are able to track whatever progress have been made. And then aside making goals, you are setting your timelines, and then you are able to track your progress. Oh, I've been able to complete first semester. I need to meet my lecturers. I need to start my project. I need to do my defense. I need to, do lots of things. And you are able to track your progress. That is being disciplined. Now, the thing about this is that so many people start, they're good starters. They're good starters, but they're not able to get to the end. They're not able to get to the finish line, all because they are doing what everyone is supposedly doing. I have friends that are going for masters, so I'm going for my masters right now. And then they cannot complete it just because they do not have this passion. They are not the ones that set this goal. They are not the ones that set measures to achieve these goals. They are not the ones that they followed someone else, and so they're not able to achieve it. So in setting your goals, in being disciplined in your goal setting, you must follow the 5 acronyms SMART. It must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be realistic, and it must be time bound.
No, so she has really spoken a lot on factors that should be considered in becoming disciplined. So coming to why people find it so difficult to be disciplined, do you think there are things that constrain people from becoming disciplined?
Well, I feel that you have a power over being disciplined. Firstly, it's your mindset. It's your mindset. You need to have you need to have this mindset that I want to do this thing. I must set rules and achieve this thing. So when you're able to give your mindset, because when I speak to people, most times I hear that I do start but I don't know how to finish. Firstly, deal with your mindset. Deal with your mindset. And if you're a Christian, pray about it. This procrastination has become, an infectious mode in the lives of people. You need to pray about it. So it's not enough for you to set goals. Different things can come up. Different things can come up. So you must talk to God about it. Pray about it. Get the leading, get a nudge. At the time I wanted to go for my master's, lots of people have been going for their masters, but I just was not ready. Until this particular time, I just discovered that I was restless in my spirit. I knew I needed to do something, but I just didn't know what. And then I stumbled on 2 people that were talking about masters, and I said, boom, I think this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. And then I started making inquiries. I didn't just jump into it. I made inquiries. What am I supposed to do? If I'm to do full-time, if I'm to do part-time, what are the modalities involved? I was able to get that, and then I prayed about it. Then I felt peace. Then I was able to do it. Now, in being disciplined, if you are able to carry God along, you would be able to achieve your goals. If you are able to, constrain and restrain yourself that I must do it, keep on telling yourself, I must do it. Some people, I noticed that in this procrastination thing, they have to set timers. And then the timer reminds them that you have to read your book at this particular time. You have to go for this job at this particular time. This goal setting, it also works in businesses. As a business owner, you want to expand your business. What is the plan? Have you spoken to God about it? Are you the type that will be like, okay, I'm just getting enough to feed my family, so it's just okay like that? Have you spoken to God about it? When you speak to God about it, aside you having your timer and all, God is able to nudge you towards doing the right thing at the right time. So in being disciplined, you not only have to just set rules for yourself, you have to involve God in it.
Which is the very, very key, like carrying God along. That's the prerequisite. And mostly when people they say they are so passionate about this thing, and then okay, put in the work, try to be disciplined to achieve it, then you discover that okay, they'll just fall short of the discipline, and then they're like, I'm finding it so hard to struggle. But does it also mean that they're not passionate about it?
Well, most times it's not as if they're not passionate. People do not just have the drive. Now they are passionate. They are passionate. They want to do this. I just want to own my business. But they don't have the push to do it. It's all. Have you actually met people that have so much plans and are not able to achieve it? Have you ever wondered why? Yes. It's just being able to discipline yourself. Now, it's not enough for you to say, okay, I've written down rules. If you need to talk to someone, please, these are my goals for the year. And within this first 6 months, I want to be able to open start my own business. Can you please be reminding me? So maybe after 2 weeks, tell me to give you a report. That is why so many people have mentors. Because when you're able to report to someone, it helps you do these things fast. It helps you work on your goals fast. But when you don't have anyone, you don't have a reporting line, or you don't have someone that can nudge you into doing these things, you end up falling short. We are humans, we're individuals. Several things can just come up. You might want to start your business and then you discover that, oh, this money, something else comes up, and then you use the money for something else. But when you know that you are submitting to someone, or you have someone you need to report to, you've told your friend and you are my accountability partner, please, every 2 weeks, tell me to give a report, a detailed report on what I've done concerning this business. You will realize that since you have someone you need to report to, you would not deviate, because you don't want to fail the person. And then do not feel that when you deviate, you are the worst person. Not at all. Several times you need to fall to rise up again. Failure is not the end of the world, but you're being able to start again is what makes you better at it. You're being able to rise up and say, I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to try again till I get it, is what counts at the end of the day. So people that you see, that you feel are very disciplined, they actually started somewhere. They knew that some of them could not help themselves. They were not strong enough to be disciplined. And so they had people they reported to. And over time, as they grew in it, they were able to, set down rules for themselves and follow it. So sometimes you need people to help you, accountability partners or mentors to help you in achieving your goals.
Fine. The last question I wanted to ask was how to get mentors to be accountable to, and she has already done justice to that. So I'm sure that with all that she has said, that you've known what discipline is and then how to go about it. So don't say that, yes, I'm not disciplined and then I'm not consistent. People are this word consistency every now and then. So I'm sure that you've learned a lot from all that she has said, and she spoke about you need to have this drive. So if you don't have this drive, right, you can't be disciplined. So something must push you to do something. So if you don't have what is pushing you, you still remain where you are. So thank you so much. I really gained a lot. I didn't intend for this video to be long though. So thank you so much for
You're welcome.
joining me on my YouTube channel. So much now. See you in my next video.
All right. Bye.